Sound good? Is that okay? Okay. So we are going to kind of do the same process that we've been doing before. We're going to first read the book that we read before, check our fluency, remember to try to keep our pace moving, and then we're going to work with some of those spelling patterns to help us with our writing as well as with our reading fluency to see how much we remember, okay? And we're going to use the black letters, and then we'll read a new book, and then we'll work with some questions, okay? Because we're kind of working on those question words. Is it like a plan? Yeah? Did you get your hair cut?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Today.
You're going today? How short are you getting it?
I think when my mom gets home.
Oh, I mean, how short are you going to get it cut?
4 inches.
4 inches? That's a lot. Are you excited? Yeah? It'll be a lot easier to swim with, I bet. Yeah. Oh my gosh. All right, my dear. So we're going to read this first. We'll warm up doing this, okay? So, what's my title?
The Grumpy Bear.
You got it. You ready? Okay.
Once there were 3 grumpy bears. They lived in a house in the woods. They were grumpy all the time. They ate lumpy oatmeal for breakfast. This oatmeal is too hot, grumbled Papa Bear. This oatmeal is too cold, grumbled Mama Bear. Grump, said Baby Bear. The bears sat in dumpy chairs. This chair is too hard, grumbled Papa Bear. This chair is too soft, grumbled Mama Bear. Grump, said Baby Bear. At night time, they slept on bumpy beds. This bed is too high, grumbled Papa Bear. This bed is too low, grumbled Mama Bear. Grump, said Baby Bear.
He has so many words, doesn't he?
Every day the 3 grumpy bears ate their lumpy oatmeal. They sat in their dumpy chairs. They slept on their bumpy beds, and they were very, very grumpy. Then one day a girl named Poppy came to the door. Hello, Poppy said to the bears.
Want to try that again? See how the punctuation is?
Hello, Poppy said to the bears.
Nice.
And she walked right.
Yeah, because what did Poppy say? You can look back. What did Poppy say?
Hello, said. Hello, Poppy said to the bear.
So what did Poppy say?
No.
Yeah, that's it. She just said hello and walked right in.
Poppy saw 3 bowls of oatmeal. I love oatmeal, she said, and she ate it all up. The bears had nothing to eat. Poppy saw 3 chairs. I love chairs, she said. Poppy bounced from chair to chair. The bears had no place to sit. Poppy saw 3 beds. I love beds, said Poppy. She jumped from bed to bed to bed. The bears could not take a nap. Then the bears were grumpy and mad. Grump, said Baby Bear. Grump, yelled Mama Bear. Grump, roared Papa Bear. What grumpy bears you are, said Poppy. I'm going home. At last, Poppy left. After Poppy left, Mama Bear made more oatmeal. It was lumpy, but the bears ate it all. Very good, said Papa Bear. Yummy, said Mama Bear. Said Baby Bear. He rumbled his tongue. The bear
Try this one again.
rubbed his
Yeah.
tongue.
Yeah.
The bears sat in their dumpy chairs. Nice, said Papa Bear. Cozy, said Mama Bear. Said Baby Bear. He smiled.
Good.
Then the bears went to bed. Perfect, said Papa Bear. Very nice, said Mama Bear. Said Baby Bear. He fell asleep. After that, the grumpy bears were not so grumpy anymore. They ate their oatmeal and didn't grumble. They sat in their chairs and didn't grumble. They slept on their beds and didn't grumble until Poppy came back.
Ooh. So, why were the bears not grumpy anymore? Why do they change that on their mailbox? Over here.
They were happy they didn't have to share.
Kind of. You're right, because who were they sharing with? Yeah, Poppy came in and was eating their oatmeal. What else was she doing?
She was jumping on their chairs and
Yeah, and so if she's jumping on their chairs and beds, what can they not do?
sit down and take a nap.
Yeah, but what made them not be grumpy about taking a nap anymore? What did they learn?
They learned not to be so grumpy
That's true. About what?
about their day.
About, yeah, like, let's talk about their beds. Like, what did they learn and not be grumpy about their beds? Because originally, what were they grumpy about regarding their beds?
Papa Bear said it was too high, the Mama Bear said it was too low.
And so then, after Poppy comes by, why aren't they grumpy about their beds being high and too low?
Because they're happy they didn't have to share.
They're happy they don't have to share, and what else are they happy about? That at least they what? Because what's a too high bed better than? You're close. What if you didn't have a bed at all? Would that be worse than having a bed that's too high? Yeah. So are they happy they have a bed now? That's right. So what about their oatmeal? What are they happy about their oatmeal now? Why are they happy they have oatmeal now?
They're happy that they could eat.
Because what could have been happening?
They couldn't eat
Because
Poppy.
yeah, because Poppy was eating their oatmeal, right? So they end up not being grumpy because they learn that it's better to have something than not, right? Okay, good. Good reading. Okay, so we keep working. So let's move. We'll come back to reading a little bit. We're going to move to some word work, okay? So we've got our other spelling patterns, because remember when we were writing our description, when we were doing our visualization last week, and we had a bunch of like spelling errors, a couple of those were some of these spelling patterns that we're working on, okay? So that's why we're kind of reviewing them. So we've got some new ones today. So let's first get out our blocks so we can build some new words. Did you go to the pool today? No, why not? It was warm out. You didn't have swimming lessons today? Do you have swimming lessons tomorrow? Oh, well, I hope it's not raining for you guys. Okay.
It was raining in the middle of the day.
I know, it rained all night last night too. Okay, so here's our first spelling pattern. How would I pronounce this one? Anne? You're close. It's two vowels, so the first one does the talking. Ain. Ain. Yep. So let's make some words that use the spelling pattern of ain. So let's first make our spelling pattern. Yeah, because remember, all the red blocks are vowels. Alright, so now we've got our spelling base, our pattern. What can we put in front to make a word or at the end? What words can we make that have ain in it?
Sing.
Yes. But do we spell it like that? That would be S-A-N-E. A good start. What other beginning sounds can we put in the front?
Chain.
Chain. Yeah. How do we spell chain?
C-A.
Yeah, let's find it. Let's see. There's my C. What else do we need? Nice. Chain.
Chain.
Good. All right, let's do another one.
J.
Jane, like a name. That is a good one.
The J.
It would be a J. But typically we don't spell it with A-I-N. It's like sane. We'd spell it J-A-N-E. But sometimes maybe there's a Jane out there who could spell it like that. Names are different. All right, what else can we make with ain?
Rain.
Yes. Yes, definitely. Just like it's been doing lots of rain. Let's see if we can find two more. That's a silly word. Terrain. No. But that sounds like what word? You just said it.
Train.
What real word do you hear in that?
Train.
Yes.
Terrain.
Yes, do we need an extra R? Let's see. I have an extra R. I don't know if I have an extra R. I might just have to use the same one. Oh, there it is. Alright. So we've got chain, train, rain. Let's do one more. Silly. That's so silly. What if I spill my coffee all over my shirt? What does it do?
Sting.
Good. How do we spell that?
S-T-A.
Good. So all we need is the what? Yep.
Another T.
We got one here. Nice. All right. You tell me what that crazy word says. No, that's silly. That's not a real word. All right, new one. Ready? Let's tear those apart. How would I say this spelling pattern? What letters do you see there?
T-I-T.
What's first? That does look like it, but now there's the E at the end. So what is the E? Ite. You got it. All right, so what words can we make with ite? Okay, what else? There's not too many with this one.
Type.
It sounds like it, but we don't spell tight like that. We spell it with a G-H-T.
Light.
What do you do when you eat?
Eat.
I mean, that's true, we do eat, but in order to eat, we have to...
Bite.
Yeah, there we go. Nice.
Right.
Kind of sounds like a word. Alright, there's a little teeny tiny bug. Do you know what we call it? It has an ite in it. When it's really dusty, you might say there's a lot of dust. What sound could be? You ever heard of a dust mite? No? So what's the beginning sound for mite? You got it? Yes.
Is this a W?
That's a W. Perfect. Alright, say that crazy word for me.
Blurite.
That's silly. Alright, here's another one. Ready? What's this spelling pattern?
A.
A, easy. All right, so let's make some words that have A in them.
So I didn't know Y was a vowel. It's just a word with a vowel.
It can be sometimes. Sometimes Y. A-E-I-O-U and sometimes Y.
Hey.
Perfect. Hey.
Nay.
Like a horse neighs. We'd spell it E-I-G-H. Good try. What other sounds can we put in front for A?
Play.
Play. Nice.
It's a P.
I think it's a D. But we can flip it around and make it a P. That's okay. Because they're not supposed to go together. All right, what else do you need for play? We have the P. And
Here's the P. I found it.
there's a capital P. Does that say play?
Play.
That doesn't say play. What letter are you missing?
L.
There we go. Okay. Let's try to find two more A words.
Say.
Ooh, good. I like that.
C or F?
You tell me. What do you think?
F.
Say.
L.
Don't say the nonsense one quite yet. So we've got play, pay, say. What else?
A.
What do you mean?
A.
Like A? No, we can come up with a couple more words.
Just an A.
No, that's the letter. That's not a spelling pattern. So say, play, hey. What other words can we make? Way, good. Nice. Let's do one more. I feel like we've got one more in us. Way.
Lay.
Lay. Yeah, that works. All right, say your nonsense word.
Lowest.
That's so silly. All right, two more. Let's do ub. Oh, I told you. I said it. UB. Ub. So here's this pattern. What words have ub in them?
Bub.
Close. When you make a mistake, sometimes we call it a flub. For real. So let's first make our spelling pattern. What else do we need? We need a U. And
Let's see.
is it a vowel?
There it is.
It's in the red. U and B. Got it. All right, let's make some ub words. Not too many.
Pop.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good one. Nice. What else can we say?
Rub.
Definitely.
It's gonna be hard.
That is going to be hard. All right, let's try to find two more. Think about animals. What's an animal name that has ub in it? It's a baby animal. baby animal is a fub? What's a baby bear called?
Pup.
Does that work? It does. Nice. All right, let's do one more.
Jug.
Jub? It's not a word. Think about bathrooms. What words can we make with up? Bathrooms. Has an up.
Soap.
Soap has ub. Do you hear ub in soap?
No.
No. What's in a bathroom that
Well,
has
soap is in the bathroom.
That's true. That is absolutely true. But we're looking for words with the ub pattern in it.
Tub.
There we go. Good.
Tub.
Nice. All right. Say your nonsense word.
To curb. Tub.
Super silly. All right. Last one.
What?
Yes. But that's how we say the word one. But if I were to put a letter in front, how do I say the spelling pattern? I don't keep it one. I say, if I were to put,
Then it'd be
but that's not red. What should it be?
U.
Yeah, because it's red. It's a box.
It's a U.
Yeah, you're right. If you put it upside down. All right, so we have O-N-E. So, now you said we can pronounce it one. That's true. If it's alone, it says one. But what if I put, let's do T in front. What word does that say?
Tone.
Tone. Yes. So this spelling pattern says own. The O is long. Okay. So let's find some own words.
Tone.
That's not a word. So we've got tone. What else?
Loan.
Close. Lone is a word, but we spell it O-A-N, not O-N-E.
Moan.
Same as lone. O-A-N. But I like where your head's at. What else has own in it? Tone. What do you call people on?
Phone.
How do we spell that?
P-H-O-N. There's a P. There's a P.
Yeah. Good. Phone. P-H. So we got tone. Phone. Let's find one more. What is our body made up of?
Bone.
Let's find our B. Yes. Very good. So we have bone, phone, tone, and now make your nonsense word. Say it. How would you say that?
Stone.
Super ridiculous. All right, my dear, let's put those away. Actually, before we come back to our words, let's review some of the spelling patterns that we've done, okay? So if I were to give you ole, what word could I make with ole? Just one. Let me think. I could say full or
Bowl.
Ooh, is that how we spell bowl though? Bowl is O-W-L. What do we burn for heat sometimes?
Oven.
We burn a vent? What? No, the heat comes out of the vent. It's black. Sometimes if you're bad, this is what you'll get for Christmas. A lump of coal. Yes. All right, eads. What's a word I could say for eads? Needs. How about hurt?
Dirt.
Ooh, good one. How about aim?
Lane.
Lane. Good. Back.
Map.
Ooh, I like that one. Okay. How about, good. Let's try. We're going to do that one next. All right. So what word can we make with all?
Oh.
What word can we make with ooh or about ace?
Mace.
Good. How about eck? How about eyed? Hold on. Stuck. Eyed. Mide. Is that a word? Mide. How would you use that?
Ride.
Ooh, ride is much better. Okay. Let's do, I think we have one more still. Last one that we've done.
Yeah, and
How about L?
can you see if we just I can't remember either.
Good. How about awk? Lock. Like something I would lock in a locker? Is that how we spell it? Mock. That's like lock. O-C-K.
Knock.
That's another O-C-K. That's another O-C-K.
Like the rat.
That's an O-C-K.
Sock.
That's the O-C-K. You've got a lot of O-C-Ks down. What if I said chalk? Is that A-L-K? Chalk? Okay, what's another A-L-K that has that awk sound in it? Good. All right, how about old?
Old.
Good. How about app?
Map.
Map. Good one. And last one. Eight.
Fight.
Good. Okay. All right, my dear. So we have our last part of this is to fill in these sentences using our words that we just kind of created. There's some words that use the spelling pattern, okay? So, I'm going to give you a pencil. Oop, I'm supposed to cover that up. So I want you to try to figure it out on your own using context clues. Okay. So, remember, our words our spelling patterns that we're using. Let me put these away. Okay, our spelling patterns are we have own, ub, a, ite, and ain. Okay, so let's see what words. What for which one?
Tone.
I could tell by the tone of her voice. You're right. Good context clues. All right, number 2.
Here are 3 birthdays in the month of May.
You got it. Month of May. All right, number 3.
It was blank funny, so she put on his sandals.
Oh, this is a hard one. We can come back to this one. Let's come back to this one because I think that's a challenge. All right, number 4.
My mom spilled coffee on her skirt, which left a stain.
You got it. All right, number 5.
The pirate had a blank leg, so he walked with
The pirate had a wet leg, so he walked with a limp.
tight.
A tight leg? In cartoons, what do pirates often have as their leg? If they're missing a leg, what's usually there? A hook on their leg? What do they usually walk on? A what? Say it again?
A stub.
A stub. You got it. Like a stub leg. Good job. All right, so
The D.
good fix. All right, so we used stub, we used stain. Let's see what's left. We used may, and we used own for tone. So this is the one that's left. So what word has the ite spelling pattern that would make sense in this sentence. It was what sunny? So she had to put on her sunglasses. It was. What if I said it was so sunny? She had to put on her sunglasses. Would that make sense? So what's another word for so? It was so sunny, or it was really sunny, or it was. What's a word that means really, or a lot, or so? It has it in it. Any guesses? This is a hard one. Starts with a Q. It was quite sunny. Good. Good work. That was a hard one. All right. Good work with word work. So now, moving on. Okay. So we are going to. How you feeling? Good. Okay. So we're gonna go back and we're gonna read a story, a new one today. Okay. So this one, the last one was a fictional story about bears and beds and porridge. Just looking at this cover, do you think this is fiction or nonfiction?
Fiction.
It's fiction? Why do you think it's fiction?
Not
Well, why do you think it's not fiction?
good. Bird. Looks here.
Yeah, it looks real, right? In the other book, did the bears look like real bears? No. They had clothes on. They're living in a house. That's definitely not a real bear. But does this look like it's a real bird? For sure. All right, so let's read this nonfiction book. What's the title?
A hawk hunt.
Hawk Hunts. All right, you ready? Go ahead.
High above the trees, a hawk flies in circles. The circles get smaller and smaller as the hawk looks for food. Suddenly, the hawk dives in a straight line to the ground. It grabs a snake and carries it away.
Nice job.
Most of the hawk's diet comes from meat. The small animals it eats, like the snake, are called its prey.
Nice.
A hawk will eat a snake, a lizard, a rabbit, or a frog. It might even eat a smaller bird. Hawks also eat rodents.
Nice job.
Rodents are small animals that have sharp front teeth. Mice are one kind of rodent that hawks eat.
Okay.
How a hawk hunts. Hawks watch for their prey while flying or sitting in high places. You might see a hawk sitting in a tall tree or on a telephone pole. The place a bird sits is called a perch. From its perch, the hawk searches for its next meal.
Good job. You just send that out.
A hawk has excellent eyesight. It can see a tiny animal from far away. At first, the hawk may see only a small wiggle in the grass. The hawk stays very still. It keeps watching until it sees the animal on the ground. Then swoop, the hawk dives down and grabs its meal. How a hawk eats. Hawks use their sharp claws to grab their food. These sharp claws are called talons.
Nice job.
Talons help the bird hang on to its food as it flies away. The hawk must be careful. It does not want to drop its prey. It does not want another hungry bird to steal its meat.
Good.
The hawk hangs on to its prey and returns to its perch to eat. It uses its sharp beak to tear its food into chunks. The hawk does not chew the chunks of food, swallows them with one big gulp.
Whoa.
When a hawk eats, a hawk will look for food all day long. After it finishes one meal, it starts hunting again. The hunt for food is never over for a hawk. Glossary. Perch. A seat for a bird. Prey. Food. Rodent. A small animal with sharp teeth, such as a mouse. Talon. A sharp claw.
Nice work. Great reading with that. You did a great job pausing when you got to a word you weren't sure of and sounding it out. I'm really proud of you. Okay, so what was this story all about? What's the main idea? What's the main topic? It's about hawks hunting, yes. And how does it hunt? Can you tell me about that?
It flies around,
Okay.
licking the grass, and it circles, and the circle gets tinier when it gets closer to the ground,
Okay.
and it eats its prey and goes in a straight line down to the ground.
Yes. I love that you use the word prey. How does it pick it up?
It uses its claw.
Claws. Do you remember that special word that they called their claws? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, talons. Good memory. All right, and then how does it eat? How does it eat its
tears up the food and swallows it.
Yeah, one big gulp, right? How does it tear up the food?
Uses
And what else?
its beak.
Now, do they eat like we eat, like humans eat? Why not? What's different about it?
We chew and eat.
That's true. Good job. Good connection right there. Awesome work, my friend. All right, so we'll read that next session. See if our fluency gets any a little better. That was a great job. All right, the last part of today is we're gonna come back to these questions, okay? So we're gonna do two things with question words. So last time when I had you match the question words to what they're asking for, you crushed it. You were like, I got this, and you got 100%. So this time I have questions that are all jumbled together. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna figure out what the question is saying. So here we have what doing they are. That's not how we ask a question. How would we write that question correctly? We start with what? Perfect. What do you always need at the end? Ooh, for a question? Yes, question mark. All right, number 2. When do up you get in the morning? Let's put that in correct order. Good. All right, number 3. you spell your name? Perfect. What goes at the end of your question? What is the homework? Good. Why does Tim like handball? It's a little harder. The girls like what do sports? So what do we know always goes in the front? It's the first word, for sure. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's our question word. What? Nice. Good work. Perfect. That was a tough one. All right. Did friend your lunch what have for?
No, not the copy. It's the first computer, the sign-up computer.
Nice. Perfect. That was a big one. All right. Did log in have birthday, Kevin? What's the question word do you see? Good. How? How long did Kevin stay in Paris? Nice. Nice. That was a really big one. All right, two more. Yeah, we forgot all those question marks. All right, number 9. So, what was weather like? What's my question word? Perfect. What was the weather like? And last one. That's my question word. It's going to go on the front. Who? Good. Who does think math is easy? I don't think it's easy. That's for sure. Good work. You crushed that. All right, Mitchell. I think we're cruising through our question organization, question structure. So the last thing of questions I want us to do is first, I'm going to interview you. So I'm going to come up with some questions to ask you, and you're going to answer them. Okay? So let's see. Interview. So my first question is going to be, who is your favorite teacher? Spatinsky. Okay. Next question. When is your birthday? September 21st. Okay. It's not too far away. All right. What is your favorite food? Spaghetti. Do you like meatballs in it, or vegetables, or you like meatballs? Spaghetti and meatballs. That's a good one. Where is your mom right now? At work. At work. Mine too. And why is spaghetti and meatballs your favorite? There's so many foods. Why is spaghetti your favorite?
There's noodles.
Ooh, you like noodles? Okay. And last one. How do you tie your shoes?
In a knot.
You're right. That's a good description of it. Okay. So, if you look at these interview questions, what do you notice is in the front of each one? So for number 1, what's my question word? Number 2?
What?
Number 3?
What?
Number 4?
Where?
Number 5?
Why?
And number 6? Okay. So this was a practice how I wrote 6 different questions to ask you. Next session, you are going to interview me. Okay. So be thinking about some different things you might want to know about me for next week, next time. All right. The last thing is, what's that big skill that we're working on to help us remember what we read? It's a big word. We use our 5 senses. The author is describing something with lots of good detail. He's making us do what in our head? What should we be doing in our head?
Big move.
We're making a movie in our head, right? And what's that big word that starts with a V that we call that when you make a movie in your head? Yes, visualize. Okay, so I want us to practice again visualizing, and you're just going to listen to me read this one, okay? Now we've done a couple of senses. This sense, I want us to think about, what are we supposed to smell? Does that make sense? Because we've done what we've seen. We did what was the last one? Heard, I think. And then this one we're going to do, what are we supposed to smell? Okay? So think about those words. Charlie Bucket found himself standing in a long corridor that stretched away in front of him as far as he could see. The corridor was so wide that a car could easily have been driven along it. The walls were pale pink, the lighting was soft and pleasant. How lovely and warm, whispered Charlie. I know, and what a marvelous smell, answered Grandpa Joe, taking a long, deep sniff. All the most wonderful smells in the world seemed to be mixed up in the air around them. The smell of roasting coffee and burnt sugar and melting chocolate and mint and violets and crushed hazelnuts and apple blossom and caramel and lemon peel. All right, so this is a really good descriptive part. So let's see, we need another piece of paper. So let's think back. What did you hear in that little passage that we were supposed to see? Okay, So first, let's see here. Up here we're going to draw a picture, okay? And down here I want us to write. So first, let's write down, what are we supposed to smell? What are we seeing in our head? But by that I mean, what's the picture we're seeing? What are we smelling? Caramel. Okay, let's write that down. What else are we supposed to smell? Ooh, lemon peel. What else? Okay, mint. We have that. That's your first one. Mint, lemon peel, caramel. Anything else? What kind of a smell was it? It was a good smell. Let's write that down. It's definitely good. Can you remember anything else we were supposed to smell? Want me to read it again? Let's see if we can come up with a couple more. Charlie Bucket found himself standing in a long corridor that stretched away in front of him as far as he could see. The corridor was so wide that a car could easily have been driven along it. The walls were pale pink, the lighting was soft and pleasant. How lovely and warm, whispered Charlie. I know, and what a marvelous smell, answered Grandpa Joe, taking a long, deep sniff. All the most wonderful smells in the world seemed to be mixed up in the air around them. The smell of roasting coffee, and burnt sugar, and melting chocolate, and mint, and violets, and crushed hazelnuts, and apple blossom, and caramel, and lemon peel. What else do we hear? Roasting coffee, okay. Ooh, you were close. We are supposed to smell sugar. It wasn't melted sugar, it was burnt sugar. Yep, that's what we can smell. Anything else? It's okay if you can't remember anymore. We have chocolate, yeah, melting chocolate. So we also said hazelnuts and violets. But it's okay, you've got a good start here. So let's look. Can I see how we spell some of these words? So caramel, that's a good guess. Caramel has this extra A, but we say caramel, that's a tough one. Lemon, how do we spell that? Not with an E, what should that be? L-E-M. Lemon, and then peel, this is a great guess. This is actually a W, peel. Mint, good smell. Roasting coffee, okay. How do I spell roast? It's like boast, or toast. How do you spell toast? We're missing a vowel.
O-S-T.
Close. O-A-S-T. And so roast is the same way. R-O-A-S-T-I-N-G. Roasting. And do you know how we spell coffee? We have a good guess there. It actually has two E's at the end. Coffee. And then burnt. This is A. How do you spell burn?
B-I-R-N-G.
No. Or turn. How do you spell turn? Like I turn left.
Person in charge, call on 830. Person in charge, call on 830.
No. This will turn. Turn is T-U-R-N. So how do I spell burn? You do a great job of spelling like it sounds, but a lot of these words have different kinds of spellings, and that's why we work on those spelling patterns, okay? Does that make sense? Did your teacher last year tell you that a little bit? You don't remember? Okay, so this is something that we're going to really want to work on because you do a great job hearing it and then spelling it. We call this phonetically, meaning you spell it how it sounds, but English is tough. And sometimes we have a lot of these different patterns that we just got to start to learn. Okay, so that is a great job. That's visualizing using our, what sense? Ooh, smelling, yes, our sense of smell, okay? So we'll keep working with our visualization next time, and eventually I'll have you start reading and doing the visualization on your own, okay? Sound like a plan?